Tunghayan po natin ang special coverage ng press briefing sa Palasyo ng Malacañang.
Good morning, MPC. Let's now have Presidential Spokesperson and Chief Presidential Legal Counsel, Salvador Panelo.
Good morning, members of the MPC. You got my, di ba? Yung clarification. Alam mo, sino ba yung huli si Chona ba yung nagtanong doon? Yung nagtanong tungkol doon, lahat tayo, mali ang interpretasyon natin. Klarong-klaro naman. Tingnan mo, para kita mo, reporter, sino ba yung reporter nito? Sir, should we prevent China from fishing in our EEZ? Kasi yun ang request ng mga fishermen, PRD. I don't think that China would do that. Talagang ibig niya sabihin, I don't think China would go fishing there. Why, sir? Because we're friends. Ang dating sa, ang intindi natin iba, baliktad. O kaya ang dami nag-react tuloy. Oh, that's unconstitutional, so forth and so on. Tamang reaction sa maling premise. That's why I had to clarify. And I asked the President, diba tinanong ko nga siya, exactly, that's what I meant. And then he elaborated pa doon sa speech niya.
Ina Andolong. Ina.
Sir, are you saying that the President initially never really said that he will allow China to fish in Recto Bank?
No, ang sinasabi ni Presidente, kasi ang tanong sa kanya, will we prevent China from fishing? Ang sagot ni Presidente ron, I don't think China would go fishing there. Kasi nga may usapan na sila ever since, di ba? Yung pinapaliwanag niya nga sa speech niya. Pero sinasabi niya, the first time he went there, nagkaroon sila ng usapan. Yun. Kasi nga, alam nila na pag merong doon, baka magkaroon lang ng hostility leading to armed
Okay, but
confrontation.
going back to my question, are you saying that the President never said that he will allow China to fish in
He never
Chinese?
said that.
He
Meron
never
ba siya,
said that.
tingnan mo sa mga speech niya.
Okay, speaking of that,
He
last
never
night,
said na he will not allow.
last night po, sir, yung sinasabi ninyong speech,
He never said that he will allow.
Okay. Last night in the speech you were saying, I'm reading this transcript sent by
No, yung sinasabi niyo, of
Malacañang.
course. Alam mo yung of course doon, he was referring to, of course we talk about that. Yun ang ibig niya sabihin doon.
No. Let me read to you the
hindi.
transcript, sir. Tanong sila, will you allow the Chinese to fish?
Oh.
Sabi ko, of course. Yan ang
Pagkatapos
pinag-usapan.
meron siyang pinaliwanag sa babae. Kasi tinanong ko siya, exactly problema kasi.
Yes, but in the same speech last night, he even gave specific points as to why he will allow or continue let Chinese fishermen
Hindi,
fish
kasi nga,
in
sinasabi niya nga.
Recto Bank.
Kaya,
Are you saying that
kaya
that's
hindi mo
wrong
pwedeng
again?
pigilan yon kasi sinasabi niya, claimant din sila. Claimant sila That is a disputed area or territory.
So again, is he allowing it or not as far
Ale.
as you're concerned?
As far as I think the president is concerned, that is a disputed area and China's claim that it's theirs. But ang usapan nila, para walang gulo, hindi na lang pupunta ron. Unang-una, meron na ba tayong balita o report na nagpunta sila ron sa Reed Bank? Wala naman Never. Have we heard about that, Reed Bank? Sa ibang lugar yun. No.
Regardless,
Hindi.
sir,
Ang sinasabi
regardless,
mo,
the
ang
issue of
sinasabi ko,
allowing or not.
fishing. Ikaw naman, you're jumping to conclusion. Pangalawa, hindi natin alam exactly kung the vessel was fishing there or was just passing through. Innocent passage. Kaya nga precisely, iniimbestigan Kaya masyado tayong nagtalo ng kagad kasi.
No, but sir, regardless, it's about his policy. Yesterday, he said that yung napag-usapan daw, yung mutual agreement was that, ayun nga, China will allow or let our fishermen back in Scarborough Shoal,
hindi
and
ba?
now he's letting them in the same way go to Reed Bank.
Hindi, wala siyang sinabi na Ang sinasabi
So you're disputing what the president
ang sinasabi
said last
niya, the Chinese government will not allow that. Kasi nga baka lang magkagulo. Magkakaroon ng hostility.
So again, you're disputing that what the what the president said that last night that he will allow.
Hindi naman niya sinabi. Ang intindi ko, ang sinasabi niya, may usapan na sila noon pa.
Oo nga, na pwede.
Oh. Then, yung mga Pilipino, hindi papakialaman ng mga Chinese doon
In
sa
effect,
read
pwede.
back. Well, what do you mean pwede?
That
Hindi
they
nga
can fish in
papakialaman
each
eh.
other's, yung kiniklaim nila.
In other words, parang ang punto ni Presidente, kung ipilit nila ang sarili nila doon, may magagawa ba tayo? Yan ang punto ni Presidente. Kung ipilit nila sarili nila ron dahil that's a disputed territory, may magagawa ba tayo? Tapos sabi niya, itong mga senador nito, o yung mga iba pa, gusto nila magdala ako ng mga armed people doon na bantayan. O paano kung magkagulo? Paano kung nagkabarilan doon? Are you telling me na yung Chinese government will just sit idly? Siyempre, magre-react din naman yun. O yun ang ina-avoid ni Presidente.
Hence, that's why he's not stopping them from entering Recto Bank. Right?
Unang-una, sabi niya nga hindi nila gagawin yan kasi we're friends.
But that's not the point.
Hindi,
What
that's
I'm
the
asking,
point. The
what
point
I'm asking is what
magiging
the
irrelevant
president.
yung tanong mo dyan kasi nga, they will never do that.
But we're asking the president's policy. Is pwede ba
The
sa kanya
policy
yun o
of the
hindi?
president precisely, meron na silang usapan doon the first time he made the visit. Kaya hindi siya worried doon. Kaya sinasabi niya, they will never do that because we're friends. May commitment sila eh, para walang gulo.
Okay, it just
Kasi
sounds
sabi
like...
pa nga niya, kasi marami naman silang, unang-una parang nabanggit niya pa nga, that's not their fishing ground. Siguro ibang lugar.
Okay.
Whatever.
It's just that, again, sir, last
Pero
night, he was clear
siguro,
that
what
he
is
will allow
important
them
kay
there.
Presidente, ang hindi niya intindihan ng mga kritiko, he's trying to avoid potential situations that will lead to something na we will regret. And sabi niya nga, I'm looking into the safety of how many are we in the Philippines? 100-something million Filipinos. Na pag nagkaroon ng gulo doon, pwede bang sabihin mo, saka yung pa sinasabi niya, hindi pa pwedeng pipilitin ko sila, kinoko-coerce mo sila. Ay baka yung reaction nila, iba, negative. In other words, talagang diplomat itong mama.
Kaya na nga, sir, hence, he's not stopping the Chinese fishermen from entering Recto Bank.
May usapan na nga sila eh. Kasi pag sinabi mo, kung walang usapan at pumunta ron, ay, pwede yung tanong mo, papapunta
Okay,
mo ba?
can you give us more details, sir, about this mutual agreement that the president mentioned
Hindi
yesterday?
niya, yun lang ang sinabi niya na there was that agreement, mutual agreement.
What is this mutual agreement?
Na, okay na mag-fish ang Pilipino doon sa disputed area which they claim to be theirs.
Okay, and then Chinese fishermen, ano yung mutually on the side of the Chinese fishermen?
O hindi, kung baga, ang agreement from what I gather is, hindi nila papakialaman yung mga fishermen natin doon.
Oo nga, but in the case naman po of Chinese fishermen in Philippine, the Philippines exclusive economic zone, ano po yung agreement doon?
Ay, hindi ko alam yung parting yun. Basta yun lang alam ko kung ano yung sinabi niya.
Okay, Joseph and then Pia. Pia Gutierrez.
Sir, could you tell us more about this agreement between the
Hindi
Philippines
ko
and
nga alam
China?
yun. I have to ask the President exactly yung detalye kasi hindi naman niya dinitalye.
Could you clarify whether the President is specifically referring to an agreement that covers Reed Bank or an agreement that covers
I
Panatag
will ask
Shoal?
him that kasi hindi naman klaro din yung sinabi niya, di ba? Parang general. So we have to ask him.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
Ace.
Secretary, ano ibig sabihin ni Presidente nung sinabi niya na sinabihan China, sinabi na natin ng usapan natin, wag na muna ngayon pag-usapan, magkaibigan lang muna tayo. Pagbigyan ko kayo ng armas, ano pang gusto nyo? Ang mga projects ngayon, kita mo naman, you from Luzon, kita mo yung highway ngayon, kita mo yung mga, tapos gusto mo lang napilitin na umalis sila doon, tayo ang mapulpog. Ano yung ibig sabihin?
Hindi ibig sabihin, magkaibigan nga tayo. Kaya we're talking about trade relations, about people-to-people exchanges. So bakit mo pagagambalain yon? Kasi pag pinilit mo na magre-react din sila, mag-aaway lang kayo. Baka kung saan pa humantong yon, mapanganib. Kaya huwag muna ngayon. Darating ang panahon dyan. Siguro bago the end of his term, sabi niya, Eh,
So yung sinabi po niya na tapos gusto mo lang napilitin na umalis sila doon. So tama yung interpretation na hindi niya nga pinipigilan yung pagpasok.
yan sinasabi niya, pag pinilit mo yung isang bagay at mag-react sila, baka magkaroon tayo ng problema. Ina-avoid niya nga yun. Eh. Kaya nga very cautious yan na huwag magkagulo eh.
Sige, yun muna, Sec.
Yes,
Thank you.
Tsaka remember, nasa UNCLOS palaging ang remedy is always peaceful means, diplomatic.
Secretary, is it allowed in our laws for President Duterte and Xi Jinping to go into a mutual agreement on our fishing rights without the concurrence of Congress, given that we are talking about sovereign rights?
With respect to,
The mutual agreement, sir, is it allowed in our laws na they go into a mutual agreement regarding over our fishing rights by allowing Chinese fishermen to fish in our exclusive economic zone, given that we are talking here yung sa sovereign rights natin?
ano man difference sa sovereign rights at sovereignty? Meron ba?
Sovereign rights is the right to exploit it. Resources.
What?
Sovereignty is territory. Sovereign rights is the right to exploit whatever.
You must remember at the time of the Constitution, even the so-called sovereignty over certain natural resources, lands, merong provisions na qualify. Like pwede tayong pumasok ng joint venture agreement. Kung baga, yung sovereignty, parang hindi nga, even in our Constitution, hindi absolute eh. May kina-qualify din natin eh. Why? I think the reason, the logic there is, kailangan din natin na we are in a world, we are not in an island na tayo-tayo lang. We have to deal with nations of the world. Kailangan din natin ang tulong nila, kailangan din natin ng kanilang investment. Kaya even our Constitution allows certain actions that will effectively diminish the sovereignty of this country. But we allow it because kailangan din natin yun. And for that matter, lahat ng bansa ganyan.
So you are saying, sir, na hindi kailangan ng Congress concurrence, yung parang unilateral lang on the part of the President?
O hindi. Pagdating dun sa specific provision, like yung joint, ay kailangan talaga may Congress. Palaging meron ng Congress. Even nga yung ano alam mo, even yung exclusive use ng EEZ, na sinasabi, I'm even wondering whether this is immediately executory or it requires Congress to enact law para magkaroon ng malinaw.
Fisheries code, sir.
Yeah. Hindi, not Fisheries Code. Yung pagdating sa EEZ, kasi iba yung exclusive economic zone. Eh. Especially because, under the UNCLOS, pwedeng i-grant sa ibang bansa. Kaya hindi masyadong maliwanag eh. Kaya baka Congress will need to pass a law para makita natin kung anong mechanism.
Sir, you're saying na kailangan ng concurrence ng Congress. So why did the President went into a mutual agreement with Xi Jinping? Especially na ang pinag-uusapan nga natin dito ay yung sovereign rights natin over our exclusive economic zone.
Alam mo, yung ginawa ni Presidente, more on more on avoiding dangerous situations that will affect the millions of Filipinos. Wala naman siyang ginawa na masama, no? Nakabuti nga yan dahil ngayon nakaka-fish ang mga fishermen natin doon sa mga areas na dati ayaw nila. Di ba?
So you're saying, sir, that what the President did ay constitutional?
Well, definitely. Wala. Ano bang unconstitutional doon sa napag-usapan nila na wag magkagulo doon sa isang lugar? Diba? Kasi tandaan nyo, this is a disputed territory. Buti sana kung hindi. Kung hindi, di wala tayong problema. Yun nga ang sinasabi niya. Meron nga arbitral ruling. Pero ang Amerika, kaya ba dinider niya Amerika? O sige, punta tayong tatlo doon, pati Canada. Tingnan natin kung ano mangyari. Di ba? He keeps on saying, nung ginagawa pa lang yan, nandyan naman kayo, nakikita nyo. kayang-kaya niya namang istopin, hindi niyo in-stop. Pagkatapos ngayon na nandyan na, superpower na, gusto niyo, ako ang gawin yung phone. O, di ba yan ang pinupunto ni Presidente? Pwede namang mag-usap tayo. Pag-usapan natin.
Sir, on another topic, is the president serious when he mentioned yesterday when he dared the United States and Washington's Western allies to help the Philippines stop China's aggression in the South China Sea?
Sa akin, ang tingin ko doon, nangangantsaw siya. Masyado kayong marami sinasabi ngayon, samantalang noon kaya niyong istapin. Yun ang punto ni Presidente ron.
Okay, Joseph?
Sir, mga factual questions lang,
Yes.
questions on fact. The president said yesterday that he entered into a mutual agreement with President Xi Jinping in the presence of the secretaries of TILG, Defense.
Bilateral siguro yun. ang
Yes, sir.
sinasabi
When
niya.
was this exactly, sir?
Yung first, kailan ba yung first trip?
2016?
Basta yung first trip sa Beijing.
Okay. And would you know, sir, the terms of course, sinabi niyo
No.
kanina, hindi pa? Okay. And then does it, legal basis? Legal basis for it?
Which one?
The entering into an agreement with,
Alam mo yung entering of agreement na yun, more on, gaya na sinabi ko na kanina, para lang to avoid armed conflicts between the two sides.
and from the statement of the president yesterday, did he say that he is allowing China to fish?
No, what he's saying is, China will not do that. Kasi nga, they're friends. Alam nila na pag ginawa nila, baka magkagulo lang tayo. Yeah. In other words, he believes in the assurance. As friends, na hindi ka manggugulo.
When was this assurance given?
Hindi ba sinabi niya na may usapan sila nung first trip?
Okay, sir. How then do you interpret this statement from the president? I'm reading from the transcript of the palace, official transcript. He said, and I quote, will you allow the, I'll read the whole paragraph, no? Teka lang, ito pala. Will you allow the Chinese to fish? President talking. Sabi niya, sabi ko, of course. How do you translate that, sir?
Ako, ang tingin ko doon, yung of course niya, he was referring to yung pinag-usapan nila tungkol doon sa topic na yun. Yun na nga, yung agreement na hindi magpapakialaman doon sa reed bank. Yun ang yung pagkakaintindi ko. I don't know. I will ask again the president kung...
No, sir, I think you don't have to ask him because the statement is here.
Hindi.
Next paragraph, sir. Yan
Hindi
ang
rin. Yung statement din, meron doon. Pareho tayo, mali ang interpretation natin.
I'll go there later, no? Pero, sir, after that po that paragraph, he said, quote, yan ang pinag-usapan namin noon, referring maybe to the Scarborough incident, no? In 2016 when Chinese President Xi Jinping allowed us to fish. Yan ang pinag-usapan namin noon, kaya tayo nag-uusap eh. And that was, we were allowed to fish again. It was a mutual agreement. Sige,
So,
bigayan.
ibig sabihin ng fishing,
Hold on.
ibig sabihin noon, hindi tayo pinapa-fish.
Yes, sir. I mean, hindi naman yun debatable. This one, sige, bigayan tayo. Fish ka doon, fish ako dito. Pero, yun.
Oh.
The agreement says that they can fish, correct?
Doon. So, doon sa kanilang fishing ground.
Which is what?
Ewan ko kung saan ang fishing ground ng China.
All right, sir. Bottom line, sir. Now, President Duterte yesterday said that he cannot and will not ban China from fishing in our waters. Did he say that or did he not say that?
Hindi ko nakita yung categorical na yun sinasabi niya. Kasi ang nangyayari sa atin, we are interpreting some statements of his to mean this way and to mean that way.
Sir, medyo klaro naman yata si Presidente yesterday.
Alam mo, yung mga sinasabi niya ngayon, that's subject lahat yan sa usapan, sa diplomatic mechanism natin. Kasi pag-uusapan yan kung regular naman yung usapan nila. Oh, I'm sure that will be raised. Oh, sabi ni Presidente, ganito ba ang linya ni Presidente nyo? Oh, di siyempre, sabihin naman ng DP, ganito yan. Oh. Lahat yun, kasi sa tingin ko parang general yung statement ni Presidente. Walang specific na ano eh. You can interpret it other way.
So now, sir, you are saying that the president did not say that he will not ban China.
What he is saying is, pag ginawa niya yon, yan ang sinasabi niya, pag ginawa yun at umalma, ay may problema tayo. Kaya nga, hindi ko na pararatingin pa doon. Yan ang pinupunto niya. At naniniwala siyang hindi naman mangyayari yon kasi hindi naman sila pupunta ron. Kasi sinasabi, they will never do that. Feast there. Why? Because we're friends. So yan ang maliwanag na naiintindihan ko sa sinasabi niya.
Hindi ko na alam, sir.
Sabi ng mga nagko-comment, kakatuwa yung press briefing niya. Sabi ko, bakit? Animated.
Oh, and very unclear.
Because you make it unclear.
Of course not. Sir, okay, let's go to that statement that you referred to. When we asked the president...
Did you ask him ba?
We did, sir. I did.
Oh, I forgot.
Question, sir. Will you prevent China from fishing within our EEZ? Because that was the request of the fishermen.
Ano sagot niya?
Question, sir. What was the subject of the question?
Ano
When I said, will you prevent China from fishing within our EEZ?
Ano sagot niya nga doon?
Yun, sir, isa yun muna, sir. Yung pong question ganito, will you prevent China from fishing within our EEZ? Yun po kasi yung request ng mga fishermen. What was the request of the fishermen, sir?
Ewan ko.
The ban. They wanted the ban, sir.
They want exclusivity. Ano sabi lang?
Yes.
Exclusive.
They want the ban. And then that's why we asked the president. We want to know his reaction. So I said,
Ano sagot?
will you prevent China from fishing within our EEZ? What was the subject matter of the question, sir? From your interpretation, from your understanding.
Hindi yun sa EEC.
Is it the ban?
Pero ang gusto ko malaman, ano sagot niya?
Hold on, I'll go there, sir.
Hindi, importante yung sagot niya.
Yes, sir, importante and related to the question. Sabi niyo, sir, question. Will you prevent China from fishing within our EEZ? What was the subject matter?
In reference to Reed Bank.
Yes, sir. Is it the ban? Is the question talking about the ban?
It appears to be.
Yes, okay.
Ano sagot?
Klaro, sir, ha? The question refers to the ban. Answer, President Duterte. I don't think that China would do that.
Exactly. Yun na nga sinasabi.
Yes, sige. Sige, sir, kayo muna.
Yun na nga sinasabi niya, hindi gagawin ng China na pumasok doon. So in other words, ang sagot niya ron, it is not necessary to prevent them from fishing because they will not do that. In other words, why should I prevent somebody to do something when he is not going to do that? Halimbawa, sabihin ko sa iyo, Joseph.
Yes, sir.
Huwag ka na magtanong. Ever since naman pala, ayaw mo naman magtanong. Ba't ko sabihin magtatanong ka? Di ba? Kung ayaw mo naman talaga from the start, meron ka ng desisyon, ba't pa kita tatanong? Sasabihin na, huwag mong gawin to, ha? Kaya baka sabihin, ba't mo ako pinagbabawalan? May sinabi ba ako sa pupunta ako nun? Yun ang, baka mamaya iba pang...
Okay, so you're saying, sir, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt here, that the president is saying that there's no need for a ban because in the first place, China will not do that.
Yan, diba? Yan ang klarong nasa transcript. Saka tinanong ko rin siya. Kung yun ang meaning niya,
Anong meaning niya, sir? Ano po?
Yun nga, hindi nagagawin ng China, so bakit mo pa ipiprevent?
No need to ban because they will not do it.
They will not do it.
Why then do we have an agreement?
Ano?
Why then do we
Yun
have
nga
an
ang
agreement?
yun nga resulta ng agreement nila eh. Kaya there is no need for banning. Kumaga, voluntary lahat.
Sige, sir, yun muna. I-reorganize mo.
Thank you, Joseph. RJ, and then Ina? Still on China?
Yes. Sir, he mentioned projects in the context of our issue with China last night. Can we say
Anong project?
projects in Luzon, in Metro Manila? Yeah.
Kanina?
Yes, the highways, infrastructure.
Sino banggit?
The president in his
Yung
speech.
speech niya sa PSG?
Correct.
Sige.
Can we say categorically that the president is protecting his Build, Build, Build program in which China is also a partner?
He's protecting the interests of the Filipino people. The Build program is precisely designed to uplift our economy and necessarily to uplift the lives of the Filipinos.
And that's one of the reasons why he's being very, very careful in dealing with
Eh, siyempre, dahil kakaibigan nga tayo eh. Pero, palagi niya, may kulatilya naman siya, but there will come a time na I will.
And we expect the president to do everything to protect that relationship
yes.
with China,
The what? The real?
to protect his friendly relations with China.
Oh, depende. Hindi ba sinasabi ni Presidente, pag merong assault at merong nasaktan sa mga Pilipino, aba, hindi ako papayag. Hindi ba sabi niya? Kikipagyera ako sa inyo kahit talo niyo ako.
Okay.
Di ba? Klaro naman yun. But I don't think that it will come to that precisely because nga, marunong nga siya eh.
Except
He's
for
very
those,
smart.
except for those reported harassments in the West Philippine Sea involving our fishermen,
Okay, tayo rin,
plus
di ba?
the
Tayo, di ba?
Rectobank.
May napatay pa nga. Alam mo, tingin ko, I was telling, sino man kausap ko kahapon? I was telling, I think, the Senate President. I think what started the whole confusion and fracas is because yung mga kritiko, or pati kayo rin siguro, assume na yung Chinese vessel is owned by the Chinese government, kaya na tayo nagre-react. Ang dating, itong Chinese government nito, itong bumanggari ito eh. Eh hindi, Chinese vessel. Private eh. Bakit sinasama kasi natin ng Chinese government? Isasama lang natin yung kung wala silang ginagawa na naggawing accountable yung Chinese vessel, which is under the jurisdiction of the Chinese government. Yun I think ang nag-umpisa eh.
Okay.
Kasi ang reaction kagad natin, Chinese. Uy, para din tayo, kung nambangga ba tayo, yung Filipino
sir.
vessel. At sinabi, ba't yung teka muna, private vessel lang yun. Bistigahan namin yan. Hindi kami papayag kung, parang ganon, kaya tingin ko doon nag-umpisa yan.
Sir, another topic. Sir, the president also appointed retired Army General Ricardo Morales as PhilHealth board member.
Board
Can you
member?
just confirm, sir?
Board
if
member
it's
ng
going-
ano?
PhilHealth.
Nang?
Yeah, there's an appointment paper
Nang?
appointing Ricardo Morales as PhilHealth board member. Can you just confirm he's going, if he's going to be the chief of the PhilHealth?
Ay, hindi ko pa alam kung siya mag-chief. Basta member siya ng board.
Okay.
Okay, Ina, and then
Sino man ang, hindi ba the board will choose? Oh.
Sir, still on the Chinese vessel, you keep on stressing kasi that China will not do that. Hence, there's no need to ban.
Yan ang sabi ni Presidente.
Why can't you just answer explain to us what the policy is? Are we okay? Whether or not China plans to do it.
Oh, hindi.
What is the policy of having
is
Chinese
the
fishermen?
policy of the President is very clear. Ayaw niyang pumasok sa isang sitwasyon that will reap danger and put the lives of 100+ million Filipinos on the edge.
Okay,
Yun
I'm
ang
asking about the
pinaka-policy niya.
specific policy of having Chinese fishermen in our exclusive economic zone. Is it allowed or not? Are we okay with that or not?
Ay, ang sinasabi ni Presidente, hindi ko napagbabawalan kasi hindi naman nila gagawin. Yan ang point ng kanyang, yan yung transcript niya eh. So yan ang policy.
What is, again, sir?
The policy is, according to him, according to the transcript, when he was asked, will we prevent Chinese fishermen? Ang sabi niya, China will not do that.
Again.
Why? Because we're friends. Ibig sabihin, tapos in reference to sinasabi niya, nag-usap na kami yan tungkol.
Sir, iba nga eh.
Oh,
It's just
hindi
yes
pwedeng
or no.
iba.
Are we
Ay,
are
hindi,
we okay with Chinese
mahirap yung
fishermen?
yes or no kasi ang headline, pag sinabi kong yes or no, iba. Iba yung, kailangan, in context palagi tayo kung ano yung sinabi ni Presidente, yun lang ang gawin natin.
That's why, and yesterday, the President said, was clearer about this.
No.
That
Kasi
he will not
iba na naman ang interpretasyon
them.
nyo. Sa akin, ang interpretasyon ko, yung of course niya, in reference dun sa pinag-uusapan nila. Kumbaga, of course, we talk about that. Hindi yung, of course, I will prevent. Kasi, if you will read the succeeding transcript, sinasabi niya ron na, if I will enforce my desire to implement, paano kung nagkaroon ng reaksyon na negative? Hindi magkakaroon ng gera. Ayokong mangyari yun. You see?
Sir, you have every chance naman to give an explanation but we need a yes or no first. Are we okay with Chinese
I
fishermen?
will ask the President exactly kung ano talaga. Ano ba final mo, Mr. President? Para sigurado. Kasi, as far as I'm concerned, kung babasahin ko,
It's a yes or no,
ano?
sir.
I will ask him. Para I will make a statement.
Okay. Sir, doon lang sa investigation, since we were talking about it earlier, nabanggit ni Pangulo yesterday
investigation.
that
Yes.
ang intindi nila ngayon is that the Chinese vessel sideswiped, sabi niya, yung
Kasi
boat
siguro,
ng,
di ba sinasabi
Filipino
niya, meron na
fishermen.
siyang preliminary
Yeah.
report from the Coast Guard. Siguro yun ang preliminary report ng Coast
Does this
Guard.
mean that the investigation is leading towards, ayun nga na, it was just an accident?
Sabi niya, meron ng preliminary report. Doon siguro siya nagbabase. Pero ang sabi niya, hindi pa nagagawa yung final report. Baka itatype pa. Ibig sabihin, may basis. Alam mo, si Presidente, just don't say anything na walang basis. Meron siyang pinaghuhugutan nun. Antayin natin yung report. Di ba sabi niya, meron akong, ano tawag niya doon? May something in his sleeve. Nag-aantay lang daw siya ng may bara siya.
Okay.
Siguro meron siyang alam kung ano talaga nangyari doon.
Is there any update, sir, on what possible actions, if we are to take any, against the Chinese nationals on
Mahirap
that vessel who
mag-speculate
left
kasi hindi
our
pa natin alam
fishermen?
kung, we have to wait for the final results. And then we will make a move.
Okay,
Thank you.
Joseph, and then Rosalie.
Sir, if I were a Chinese fisherman,
Since you're not,
if I were, and I don't think I'll ever be, because I don't know how to fish. If I were a Chinese fisherman
and
and I want to go to Recto Bank,
di hingi ka ng ano. Hingi ka muna ng permiso doon sa mga boss mo.
and I was allowed by my bosses, meaning I'm ready to go to Recto Bank,
Oh.
and 2 areas that are covered by the Philippine EEZ. I want to fish. Okay? Given the President's statement yesterday, can I?
Conjecture yan eh. I will not deal on conjectures. If that happens, then we will respond to your question.
Fair
Until
enough.
such time, it's all speculations. Kaya tayo na sa mga speculation.
Are you walking back, sir, the statement of the President
That-
yesterday? Is the palace walking back?
What walking back?
The statement of the President? Because
Kinaklarify natin kasi yung premise natin mali eh. Kaya yung sagot ko, iba rin. Pero nung binalikan ko yung transcript, iba ang dating ng... Mali yung premise natin eh.
okay, sir. When the President said that there is because it's existing
There is.
a mutual agreement between she and him. In your interpretation, what was the agreement again? Sorry, I have to repeat everything.
The agreement is hindi hindi magkakagulo dun sa lugar na yun.
With regard to fishing, what was the agreement? What saying? Sino po yan? Si,
Hindi, may nag-text.
do you want to call a friend?
May nag-text.
Sir, again, going back.
Makulit ka daw.
Okay lang.
Ito dati naman ako makulit yan eh. Trabaho niya yun. That's part of your job. Ulitin natin.
Sir, ite-text ko din siya. Sino yan? Para
Maganda-
makapagpaliw.
maganda
Sir,
ano
game.
yun.
Ha?
Maganda.
Okay.
Tsaka gwapo.
Sir Game, with regard to the agreement, what does it say with regard in terms of fishing rights, mechanics of the Chinese
Ang
fishing in the
pagkakaintindi
Philippines?
ko kasi dati hindi tayo pinapayagan. Kasi nga meron silang claim eh. As far as they're concerned, kanila yun eh. Kaya hindi ba, kaya mayroong mga sinasabing harassment. Pero nung nagkaroon sila ng pag-uusap, pumayag na sila. Na hindi nila pakikialaman yung ating mga fishermen.
So therefore, sir, translate that to policy now. The mutual agreement says what?
Oh, the
In terms of
mutual-
fishing.
The
In
mutual,
terms of fishing.
the mutual agreement is hindi makikialam sila dun sa fishing ground natin.
Can China fish in our Philippine EEZ?
Hindi nga daw sila makikialam eh. Hindi ba? Ayun.
Okay, Joseph.
They'll never do that. Yan ang sinasabi ng Presidente. They'll never do that. Why? Because they're friends. Oh, eh. Ano pa ba?
Are we listening to the same president, sir?
Baka you're not listening to what he's
Anyway, sir,
saying.
game. Because some are saying, sir, that the agreement he cannot do because of the constitutional provision that he's mandated to protect the EEC. Do you agree with that?
Alin?
Na he cannot enter into this kinds of agreement because that opens our EEZ to foreign forces, and that is a contravention, or that's contrary to...
Yun nga ang provision eh, di ba sinasabi ko kanina? Is that executory or it requires Congress passing a law to define exactly the whys and the wherefores of that provision?
Interesting
Kasi
that you said.
hindi naman lahat ng provision sa Constitution executory.
Yun po, are you referring to the protection of the EEZ?
Oh.
Interesting that you mentioned that, sir, because there is a fisheries code.
Oh.
Republic Act 10654.
Yung fisheries code ang sinasabi mo, iba yon.
No, sir.
Yung sa EEC, kailangan ang batas refers to that particular use of the exclusive economic zone. Yung fisheries, applicable yun sa lahat ng ginagawa ng fisherman.
Sir, can I read section 1
Ano?
of section 2 actually, Declaration of Policy of the Fisheries Code 10654? It says here, it is hereby declared the policy of the state, letter C, to ensure the rational and sustainable development, management, and conservation of the fishery and aquatic resources in Philippine waters, including the exclusive economic zone and in the adjacent high seas, consistent with the primordial objective of maintaining yada, 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 yada. It does mention how we are going to treat the EEZ.
O di economic, yun ang policy, kumbaga policy yun. Pero yung specific provision, does it deal with how you will deal with other countries coming into our exclusive economic?
Yes, sir.
Ano nakalagay?
This is a law at access, meron sir, section 5, section 7, access to fishery resources, harvest control and reference points, monitoring, control, and surveillance of fishing in all Philippine waters and Philippine flag distant water fishing vessels.
May nakalagay ba dyan kung may pumasok anong gagawin?
They have to coordinate, sir, with us.
Ha?
They have to coordinate.
Hindi, ang ibig sabihin kung may violation.
Yes, sir, meron penalties yan. In fact,
Hindi, sinong mag-handle ng violation? Ano
Sir,
nakalagay sa batas?
Yun pong, meron tayong, sir, sa chapter 6, para tayong law school, no? Prohibitions and penalties on authorized fishing, tapos they have to gain license and permit from the department, BFAR siguro to, sir, and LGU.
Ano naman with respect to Filipinos yun? Filipinos, kaya nga fisheries eh. Paano pagdating doon sa mga foreigners na pumasok?
Sige na, sir.
Okay, Joseph. Rosalie?
Poaching din, sir, section 91. Oh, may violation yun.
Rosalie. And
Hi, sir.
Rob.
Good afternoon.
Rosalie.
Senior Associate Justice Antonio Carpio said yesterday that the Philippine government cannot allow Chinese fishermen to fish in our exclusive economic zone. But then the President said Justice Carpio is stupid and fool. May mali po ba sa sinabi ni Justice Carpio?
Hindi, ang sinasabi ni Presidente, yung matagal ko na rin sinasabi na ang gusto kasi ng mga kritiko is to pursue an aggressive isolationist policy na very dangerous sa panahon ngayon. Kasi hindi natin alam kung ano ang magiging epekto nung kukontrahin mo, patapos i-enforce mo pag nagkaroon ng gulo. Yun ang pinupunto lang naman ng Presidente.
So, sir, dangerous na i-invoke yung nakalagay sa Philippine Constitution.
Nilalalayo mo naman yung tanong mo eh. Ang sinasabi ni Presidente, uulitin ko na naman, ayaw niya na yung mga pinipuwersa siya na gumawa ng hakbang na malalagay sa panganib, sa bingit ng panganib ang mga Pilipino. Kasi pinipili siya, kung baga, di ba sabi niya, they're looking for trouble. Gusto nila talagang isubo ako doon. Eh, yan ang pinupunto ni Presidente. Kaya siya nagre-react.
Okay, Rose Novenario. Last three na tayo sa China. Baka may iba kayong issue.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon. Sir, nakakapagsabit ba yung Philippine Navy at saka Philippine Coast Guard ng mga apprehension reports po nila sa illegal fishing ng Chinese, ng poaching, katulad po nung nangyayari sa mga nakalipas na administrasyon? Kasi dati po, na-assign ako sa Maritime Beat. Halos linggo-linggo po, merong report yung military at saka yung Coast Guard ng apprehension ng mga illegal fishing at saka poaching ng mga Chinese fishermen. Hanggang ngayon po ba may ganun pa?
Siguro naman kasi standard
Kasi po wala akong nababalitaan na may ganun eh. Kasi kung may ganun pa po hanggang ngayon, pwede pong basis yun sa sinasabi nyo na na hindi pinapayagan ng Pilipinas na mangisda ng illegal yung mga dayuhan kay Chinese, kay Taiwanese. Gaya po nung mga nangyari nung nakaraang administrasyon.
Hingi tayo ng report sa Coast Guard with respect to that.
And
sa
Philippine Navy, sir. Kasi
Navy.
meron po silang regular na ganun eh.
Okay. Ace and then Julie.
Clarification. Yung sinasabi ninyo na sinabi ni Presidente na he trusts that China will not fish dun sa EEZ, they will not do that.
Kung ano yung sinabi niya.
Yeah.
Di ba?
It covers the entire
Sabi niya, I don't think that China would do that. Ang tanong, should we prevent China from fishing in our EEZ? Okay.
Yung statement that covers the entire 200 nautical mile EEZ sa Philippines.
EEZ ang tanong eh. Tapos yun naman ang sagot niya.
But Sec Panatag Shoal is located within the EEZ. Kaya ano nangyayari doon, Sec?
Hindi ba? Kaya nga tayo may mga diplomatic protest.
But they're fishing there. In fact, they are in the area.
Nagpo-protesta tayo. Kaya hindi ba subject nga ng diplomatic mechanism yun kung paano nila i-resolve yun?
So that means, hindi totoo, ginawa nila, they already went there. Nag-fish na sila in an area within the EEZ.
Alam mo, pag sinabi mo kasing nila, you refer to the to the Chinese government. Di ba? Yan ang assumption, yan na naman tayo mali eh. Baka yung mga fishermen doon na Chinese, hindi naman inaalaw ng Chinese government yun, pero pumupunta
there were reports that Chinese boats were accompanied by Chinese militias. So, paano yun, Sec? May mga ganong reports yung fishermen, even our security forces. Kung i-check niyo yung mga previous reports nila, there were reports that yung Chinese fishermen were accompanied by Chinese militia, and then yung Coast Guard ng China was even there.
That is a violation of their own.
So ergo, nasira na yung trust ni Presidente dun sa China, dun sa panatag pa lang.
Kaya nga nireklamo natin eh. Di ba?
So therefore, do we still have a basis to yung i-maintain natin yung claim ni Presidente na they won't do that given that nandun yung panatag, ganun yung situation doon. O sige, yung recto, sige, sabihin natin wala muna. Pero yung panatag, very clear. Na nasa EEZ rin po yun. Paano yun, Sec?
Basta yung nangyari doon sa panatag, meron na tayong mga reklamo doon. At subject na yun sa kanilang pag-uusap. Yung sa Reed Bank, isang insidente pa lang yun.
So naniniwala pa ba si Presidente na China won't do it given yung nangyari sa panatag? Yung sa fishing?
Baka he's only referring to Reed Bank.
Kanina sabi niyo EEZ buo.
Yan ang interpretasyon natin kasi ang pinag-uusapan niyo, Reed Bank talaga yung incidente yun eh. So it could be just focusing on that particular incident.
Sige, Sec. Salamat po.
Friendly reminder, limit your follow-up questions. Last 4, Julie, Ina, Joseph, and Raymond.
Sir, former Foreign Affairs Secretary Alberto Del Rosario said that President Duterte can be impeached for constitutional violations when he failed to protect the country's EEZ.
Salita lang yun ng ano. Alam mo, under the Constitution, merong provisions on impeachment. Kung naniniwala sila na may ginawa siyang impeachable ground, pwede mag-file. Di ba? But you cannot stop the president from doing measures, steps that, to his mind, is the correct way to obey the constitutional command to him to protect and to serve the Filipino people. Di ba sinabi niya nga, I'm willing to sacrifice my life, my position. You can put me to jail, you can assassinate me. Di ba pinatanggal niya pa nga yung bullet glass. Wala siyang, wala siyang takot doon eh. Basta ang ginagawa niya palagi sa kapakanan ng taong bayan. Yun ang hindi nakikita ng mga kritiko.
So the palace believes that what President Duterte did is not an impeachable offense.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Because?
Oh, ano ba nakalagay doon sa culpable violation of the Constitution? Like what? Bribery? Wala. Graft and corruption, high crimes. Anong ginawa niya?
Sir, does it seem like the president is weighing between which constitutional duty is more important to him? Protecting the
There is
EEZ?
only one very important duty of the president, and that is to serve and to protect the Filipino people. Lahat ng provisions doon sa Constitution, doon ang gagaling yun. Parang Ten Commandments, love thy neighbor, nandun na lahat yun. Love God as you love, di ba? Parang ganun yun eh. Yun ang basis eh. Lahat ng provision ng Constitution, kung titignan mo, palaging dun galing eh. Sa serving the people and protecting the people.
Sir, on a related note, sir, former senatorial candidate Shell Jokno, who is a lawyer for fishermen in a writ of kalikasan case before the Supreme Court, said that the Chinese fishermen can be sanctioned under the Fisheries Code just by entering the Philippine EEZ.
Ano sabi niya?
Jokno is saying that the Chinese fishermen or the Chinese fishing vessel or foreign vessel can be sanctioned under the country's fisheries code just by their mere presence in the Philippines EEZ. He cited he cited Section 1, which says it shall be unlawful for any foreign person, corporation, or entity to fish or operate any fishing vessel in Philippine waters. The entry of any foreign fishing vessel in Philippine waters shall constitute a prima facie evidence that the vessel is engaged in fishing in Philippine
Prima
waters.
facie lang yun. Ibig sabihin, hindi pa proof beyond a reasonable doubt. Ibig sabihin, kasi like for instance, in that Reed Bank incident, hindi natin alam kung nag-fish ba siya roon o dumaan lang siya. Kasi they're also entitled to innocent passage Di ba? Kaya nga precisely gusto nating maimbestigahan Nag-aantay tayo ng final results of the investigation.
So for now, sir, the Duterte's administration's recourse to incidents like this is to just to file the diplomatic protest. Does it mean that its hands are tied vis-a-vis fining Chinese or any foreign
Bakit
fishing
naman
vessel?
hands are tied? Nag-iimbisi nga tayo. Pag nalaman natin na at fault, meron na tayong gagawin. Sa ngayon, hindi pa nga natin alam.
Na-fine ba natin, sir, yung sa Panatag Shoal? Would you know? Na-fine ba po ba yung Chinese fishermen sa Panatag Shoal?
Hindi ba subject to diplomatic protest yun?
Yung sa atin, yung sanction natin, the diplomatic protest is another thing. Pero for us, can we, have we find any Chinese fishing vessel?
Kung meron, may nagdemanda ba? Ang tanong niya, nagdemanda ba? Yung sinasabi mo, what particular incident in Panatag Shoal? You have to be specific about it. Which one there? Kung isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, alin doon? Para we can ask the Coast Guard, nagdemanda ba kayo? Na-identify niyo ba yung vessel? O nakatakas sa inyo? Di ba? Hindi lang ganun kasimple yan You have to ask certain facts.
Sir, thank you.
Ina? Ina, Joseph, and last, Raymond.
Sir, huli ko na to sa China. I just have to stress, because it's quite frustrating, sir, that we can't get a categorical answer on our policy of whether or not Chinese fishermen are allowed in reed bank. But yung minention po na provision ni Julie, Section 91 of the Fisheries Code, it shall be unlawful for any foreign person, corporation, or entity to fish or operate any fishing vessel in Philippine waters.
Tanong nga dyan, were they fishing? Yun nga ang tanong
regardless.
We have to specifically refer to one incident. We cannot generalize. There is only one incident in the reed bank. We don't even know whether they were fishing there or they were just passing through.
Yes.
Oh, exactly. So hindi tayo basta gano'n.
I'm not talking about that
No.
specific incident.
Now, if there
I'm
is
talking about the general
if there is a
policy.
violation of our law, then they should be held accountable.
Yes. So what is the policy then? What would violate the law?
We will enforce the law.
Which
Kung may
says
violation, ano bang sinasabi mong
here
law?
na unlawful nga for any foreign
O
person
then we will
to
enforce.
operate
If
or
it's unlawful for them to enter, then we will enforce the law.
So now, you're saying na bawal sila doon?
Lalin,
Bawal ang fishing doon by a foreign national?
sabi ko na nga kanina, you have to specify kung anong ginawa, alin ba ang ginawa
No,
nila.
no, sir. General.
Kasi general, I
I'm
don't
asking
want,
about the
I don't want to
general
respond to
policy.
general question.
No, I'm asking
You
about
have to
the
refer
policy.
to a specific situation, a specific case, and I'll respond to it. Not in a general way.
No, I'm
We will
even
be committing
referring to a...
blunders pag general ang tanong natin.
No,
But
sir.
if you want a general answer, we will enforce the law.
Okay, and the law says that it's unlawful for any foreign person to operate any fishing vessel in Philippine waters.
Kung,
So, bawal.
Okay nga, kung meron bang we will enforce the law. Kung wala, kaya ang
Kung
tanong
wala,
ko sa'yo.
no, it's fine. I'm not asking you that telling you that we should.
Basta,
I'm asking kung
we
pwede
will
o hindi.
enforce the law, we will enforce the Constitution. Yun ang policy ng
So,
gobyerno.
bawal.
Basta, we will enforce the law. That's my answer.
Okay, Joseph, then
We will
Pia.
enforce the law regardless. That's the absolute answer of this government.
Again, the
We
law
will
says
enforce
that
the Constitution.
it's unlawful.
We will enforce the Constitution.
Pia muna, Pia. And then Joseph, last na talaga si Raymond.
Sir, following up Ina's question, if the investigation shows that the Chinese vessel is fishing in reed bank,
We
anong
will
gagawin ng
prosecute.
Pilipinas? So, bawal mangisda ang mga
Kung
Chinese doon.
nakita natin na talagang ginawa nila naglumabag, di ba? Kung hindi pa nga natin, ang problema kasi nga, hindi pa natin alam. Siguro, pag meron ng findings at wala tayong ginawa, yan, you can pounce on this government. Pero kung wala pa nga nangyari, nagko-conjecture lang tayo.
We will prosecute,
Antayin
sir,
natin.
under the policy that the Philippine government is not allowing the Chinese to fish in recto bank.
Basta ang policy ni Presidente, he will enforce the law. May kulatilya naman siya. Yan naman, pagdating doon sa reed bank, ang feeling niya, hindi sila magbabiolate. Kasi nga, sabi niya, we're friends. They will not do that.
But if it shows in the
Dapat siguro
investigation
tanong
that
niyo,
the
paano if
Chinese
they
has
do that, sir?
violated
O
the
yun ang
trust?
dapat na tanong niya. If they do that, then ang sagot ko naman dyan, then we will wait for that. And then you will know the response of this government.
Yun nga, sir. If it shows in the investigation that the Chinese has violated the trust, ano ang gagawin ng Philippine
Basta pag
government?
may nag-violate, we will prosecute. Yan lang sagot ko dyan.
So, bawal nga, sir. Thank you.
Yan ang
Okay, Joseph, and then last na si Raymond.
Saya-saya. Sir, game.
Of drones.
Huh? Sir, una muna, I'm curious, no? Because when you say now that it's not proven yet that it is, ang sinasabi nyo ngayon, sir, is that yung Chinese vessel na nakabangga dun sa ating mga
Hindi pa
Pilipino.
natin alam kung nagpifish ba siya doon o dumaan lang siya.
And the nature, sir, di ba? Kasi parang ang sinasabi nyo is that ang assumption is that it is Chinese government-backed. Pwede din namang, ang sinasabi nyo ngayon is that it's private, right?
Hindi natin nga alam kung Chinese government yun o private. Kaya nga hindi ba sabi nga, imbestigahan muna natin exactly ano ba talaga yan?
Hindi, but...
No, in-identify lang nila na it's a Chinese vessel, not a Vietnamese vessel, not an Indonesian
So
vessel.
are you aware of the cabbage strategy?
The what?
Cabbage
No,
strategy.
sige, educate me.
Okay, kaya pala, sir. Yung mga militia, sir, yung nabanggit niyo na dati yun, sir, yung mga Chinese militia. Remember na you referred to those fishing boats as Chinese militia?
Hindi sa akin galing yun, sa ano yun, sa report ng Western Command.
Ang sabi, sir? Ano sabi, sir, ng Western Command?
Hindi ba, nag-report sila na may mga parang militia daw ng mga vessel doon? Na sinasabi naman ng ambassador Zhao noon, nung tinanong namin, hindi, mga fishing vessel yun kasi fishing season. Tinatanggi nila
And we accept that denial.
Kaya nga tayo meron tinatawag na diplomatic protest.
Sir, yun pong sinabi ni Presidente kagabi, do you think that will open up our seas for Chinese fishermen?
I don't think so.
Why, sir?
Bakit? Nabuksan ba? Wala naman. Hanggang ngayon nga, wala. 3 taon na siya rito. Wala naman nangyari dyan sa Reed Bank.
Sir, but you know?
Meron ba? Meron ba nag-fishing sa Reed Bank?
There are reports from...
puro reports. Show me
from
the
the
report.
government, sir. From the government.
Show me.
June 10,
Show
sir.
me. Nasaan? Nasaan yung report?
Oh my gosh.
I need a specific document stating that report. Mahirap nang we will be relying lang palaging nangyayari.
This is also a spokesperson of the Coast Guard.
Ang sabi niya?
He said, Coast Guard spokesperson Captain Arman Balilo on June 10 said also seen by the BRP Malabrigo at the shoal about 120 nautical miles from the Iba Zambales were 2 Chinese Coast Guard ships and 2 militia boats. If you're asking for sightings, those are the sightings.
Ngayon?
Ngayon, sir, yun pong question ko again. I want to go back to that. Will this kind of incidents be more prevalent and frequent because of the statement yesterday?
Kasi yung tanong mo, speculative din. Hindi ko natin alam kung magiging prevalent o hindi mangyayari o mauulit.
Okay, thank you, Joseph. Last, Raymond. Microphone.
Wala pala si Henry,
Hello, sir. So, picking up from your question, sa kanyang sinabi ng Ambassador.
Raymond.
Yes, sir, sa Ambassador Zhao na it's not Chinese militia who were around Panatag Shore,
kasi tinanong,
fishing vessel.
Tinanong namin siya nung second visit ba yung last time sa Beijing. Sabi niya, hindi naman mga militia vessel yun, mga fishing vessel yun.
Okay, so SWAT,
Yun
they
ang
are
sabi
fishing.
niya.
So they are fishing in our, so malinaw na, they are fishing within our EEZ sa Panatag Shoal. And it's a violation already of our EEZ.
Kaya nga hindi ba nagkaroon ng, di ba sabi ni Secretary Teddy Boy, he filed a slew of diplomatic protests.
Sir,
Hindi ibig sabihin, nagre-reklamo tayo.
So,
kung violation.
So during the June 18 press con, you have said not as far as we are concerned, yung presence ng Chinese vessel dun sa Rectobank is already a violation. Binabayol nila tayo because that is our EEZ. So, maintain o nagbago ba yung posisyon natin that the mere presence of a Chinese vessel within Rectobank is already a violation of our EEZ?
Pagdating doon sa incident na yun, hindi natin alam, gaya ng inuulit ko, hindi ko alam kung dumaan lang sila doon, may presence nga. Pero dumaan lang ba sila doon o nag-fishing sila? Kasi hindi naman bawal dumaan eh.
So if it's fishing, they violated our EEZ.
Well, definitely. Di ba?
It's unlawful.
Pero sabi naman ni Presidente, hindi naman nila gagawin yon.
So therefore, yun nga, just para simplihan lang natin. So kung may
Basta sinabi ko na Raymond, basta violation ng batas, under our jurisdiction, we will prosecute. That's the absolute answer.
So if they are fishing, talagang it's a violation of our EEZ.
Basta may violation, kay fishing ka dyan, kung ano pang ginagawa mo dyan na binabiolate mo yung mga batas natin within our territory, you will be prosecuted.
So your statement stands na binabiolate nila tayo because that is our EEZ.
No, not necessarily kasi we're referring only to one particular incident. Kaya nga sinasabi ko, hindi pa natin alam exactly kung nag-fish sila doon o hindi.
So, kung fishing violation.
Kung nag-fish sila, di nag-violate sila.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Last na si Ina, other issue. Oo.
30 seconds. 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 30 secon
Sir, tapos na daw po yung trial on the Maguindanao massacre. Is the Paras hoping for a decision within the year? And how confident is the Paras of a conviction?
We'll have to ask the DOJ kasi DOJ nag-handle nun. We leave it to DOJ. Secretary Guevara.
Okay, but at the very least, do you want a decision this year, within the year?
Ay, siyempre, everyone always wants decision from the courts to be sooner than one would wish. Di ba, reklamo nga dito sa atin palaging napakatagal ng mga kaso.
Okay. Sir, on the speakership, it would appear na dalawa po yung remaining contenders, Martin Romualdez.
Tingin ko speculation lang yan. I was listening to Bebo Talbares. Sabi niya, no, hindi raw totoo. Lumalaban siya. So hindi.
Oh, okay. But did the president meet with any of them following in the recent days? And he did.
During the HNP.
Okay, after that wala na po. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Not that I know of.
Okay, so last question na daw si Joseph.
Para sir, sa katatahimik ng aking... Sir, yung pong line of questioning ni Raymond and ni Pia, if a Chinese fishing boat, tama, no? Enters an EEZ, our EEZ, you said strongly, we will
Chinese,
enforce...
kahit na hindi Chinese.
No, I would...
Bakit ba masyado kayong hot Chinese? Lahat ayaw natin. Ayaw natin lahat ng foreign vessel.
Oh, sure. Game. Now, sir, if they enter our EEC, you said very strongly and very passionately, we will enforce our laws, correct?
Yan ang sinasabi ni Presidente.
That means China, Vietnam, whoever,
lahat
cannot fish in our EEZ.
Yan ang supposed to be dapat mangyari. Pero ang sinasabi ni Presidente, yung with respect to the Chinese government, meron silang usapan na hindi sila papasok doon.
Hindi papasok.
Hindi ba? Hindi nila kasi ang tanong, ikaw ba yung nagtanong sa kanya na will you prevent? Ikaw ba yun? Yung
Yes,
question
sir.
nito?
Pero iba na, sir, yung context niyan. Ang context ng sinasabi ni Presidente kahapon na...
Hindi, pareho pa rin ang context. Intindi ko pareho.
Hindi, sir. Game.
Mamaya tatanungin ko siya. Para gawa tayo ng statement.
Sige, sir. Yun na
Okay,
lang.
thank you, Joseph. Thank you, MPC. Thank you, Secretary Panelo.
Thank you.
Back to our main studio sa Radyo Pilipinas and People's Television Network.